Hello, I'm Edwin Torres. I'm a documentary photographer and photojournalist, born and raised in the Bronx. I grew up in Hunts Point. It's a community that's very near and dear to my heart. I feel that there has been so many issues with Hunts Point in the past about images of, issues of representation, and I feel that the media has always shown the negative stuff that happens in Hunts Point. And I know there's a ton of stories in Hunts Point, and one thing I want to do with the Laundromat project is take my documentary photography and engage the community. So the project I'm proposing is to create a self-portraiture storytelling series where I invite people at the Laundromat to self-photograph themselves and tell their story. And after they take their self-portrait, I'm thinking all the diverse faces that visit the Laundromat regularly, each person must have a story. Each person, each family has a story. I want to offer that individual, to follow them for a week or 2 weeks, however long it may take, spending a few days with them and really digging deep and photographing their story and also recording audio. So there's an oral history component that I want to implement into my project as well. My goals for the community is to essentially, show that telling our stories is so important, because if we don't tell our stories, someone else is going to come in to tell it for us. This is definitely something that I want the community to look at and say, this is us, and we're here and we're together and we're a family at the end of the day. It's something that's going to be personally fulfilling to me in my long line of work, which has dealt with Bronx families, whether I'm shooting on assignment or whether I'm pursuing my personal documentary stories. I hope to accomplish a group exhibition / potluck dinner at the end, at the conclusion of the project, where I present different narratives for different families. And all the families bring in food together and talk about their stories that they're here to tell, and the issues that they go through on a day-to-day basis, the beautiful moments they share together as family, and the importance of that, the importance of cultivating a community and coming together. I feel that if this is particularly well suited to happen at that final exhibition, where everyone's story is being told and people are actually connecting as opposed to just seeing each other on the street. I took a workshop a year ago. It was a photojournalism workshop where we spent a week in a random town in Missouri and followed families there, and towards the end of it we had this group exhibition. And when we were showing all of these stories, some of the families started crying and engaging with each other in ways they normally wouldn't. And I thought to myself, wow, what a great way to bring a community together. Maybe I can bring some of this to the Bronx and see how people interact in the Hunts Point area when they see each other's stories told. You see your neighbor day by day, and you take for granted some of the things they may, you don't think about some of the things that they might go through. And so I think this will be a powerful way to really connect people together and embrace the power of storytelling. Being there as a listener and, essentially vibing and growing off the creativity and the art that's already there and amplifying that resonates with me the most, because I know that Hunts Point is already a beautiful community. I know that there's a lot of creativity there. I know that there's a lot of exciting events there to see in the summer and document, and family stories to be told, and it fits in perfectly with me, because what I really want to do is just bring to the surface these stories. As a documentary photographer, I see myself as simply, documenting the beauty that's already there to begin with, and the camera is there after the fact. Primarily it's all about engaging with people in the process, being there in the moment and being present, both as an artist, as a mentor, as a kid who grew up in Hunts Point and is doing what he loves. It's about connecting with something that's really close to home for me.